We have started recording, and it begins in 3, 2, 1.
I am the one who runs from both the living and the dead.
Whoa, hold on there, Steely Dan. The morning stream smells like apple pie.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. This is the morning stream for Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson, and Brian Ibbett is here also.
I'm here also, people.
Also
right
here. Also here.
Also and here.
That's right. It's good to see you all. We hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Getting up, having your coffee or whatever your morning routine is. I don't care what you do. And then you show up here and you listen to us either live or maybe later because that's how your schedule goes. We are cool with it either way.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not listening to us with coffee. Maybe you're listening to us during a 3-martini lunch or a glass of wine after dinner, or maybe just a glass of water.
Yeah. Or maybe some of that Postum. Remember Postum? That was a thing.
I don't remember Postum.
Oh, Postum was like a coffee alternative that all my friends loved growing up.
Postum?
Yeah. Is that still a threat, I wonder? Let's see. Postum.
I see a logo for it. I see a can, powdered roasted grain beverage, popular as a coffee substitute. Nothing sounds better than a powdered roasted grain beverage.
It sounds terrible, doesn't it?
It really does.
Just awful. There it is. Postum comes in a little can. You mix it in with your hotness, your hot water.
Oh, that's funny. It was named after CW Post cereal company.
Oh, is that real? It's true? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, no idea. But according to people that at least, they would tell me this anyway, it tasted as good as coffee without the harsh caffeine or whatever. I think you just could get a decaf,
I like
though.
the caffeine, though. I mean,
it's what you want. It's what you do.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. Ripping on the caffeine. Give me the shakes, taking away my caffeine. Look like it. They've got original and then natural coffee flavor and then cocoa blend. And it looks like they still make it.
Still get it. Looks like
they sell it in jars and bags.
I can get a big old jar from Amazon for about $14, and someone out there's drinking this. You should write in, whoever you are.
Yeah, please do. And if not, then maybe I need to. This is just really funny. I mean, I need the caffeine, so it seems silly. But
do you feel like, so if you had a day, I don't know, recently where like zero caffeine, have you felt that? Or how long has it been since caffeine coursed through your veins? If you had to guess.
Oh, I mean, I have it every morning. I do have coffee every morning. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last time I didn't have some form of coffee in the morning. It's been, God, I can't think of how long it's been. I'm sure there's been a day in the last month or something that I didn't have coffee, but I can't think of it.
But you're not the type to get all headachy and like.
No. No, I can go without it. I don't even think caffeine really affects me that much anymore because I can go to the movies, get a Coke Zero and watch Godzilla and King Kong beat the poop out of each other. have their stupid large Coke Zero, and maybe drink a quarter of a refill. Whatever, people, get off my back.
Yeah.
And then still half an hour after we get home, be zonked out either on the couch, in front of the TV, or in bed.
Sure, that makes sense. There's also chicory root. That's a thing people do. As an alternative to coffee?
Chicory coffee isn't. Yeah, I guess so. That's the popular in in Louisiana. Get your chicory coffee and your beignets.
Have you had the mushroom style? I had that once. It was all right.
No, I've never had that, or at least not knowingly had that.
It's very weird because on the one hand, you'll taste it and go, oh, this is coffee adjacent. But then there's a taste that kicks in kind of later where you're like, it's musky. It's a little like, it's mushroomy, right?
I think I want that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be good for you, but I don't know. Not really my jam. And I love mushrooms, dude. I love them. Saute them all day, put them on pizza, do all the things you do with mushrooms. Happy. Salads, raw, cooked, I don't care. But if you're going to make me drink liquid mushroom, ugh.
Now, how are you on like cream of mushroom soup though?
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah, see, there is a weird like
Yeah, I do like that. If the coffee
We're a little
tasted
crap
like
over
that, if the coffee alternative tasted like that, I might be into it. I might like it.
I would be into that too. Like a little savory, a hot savory drink in the morning. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
but as long as it got a little caffeine in there, we're all good.
Let's see. Oh, Bobby says a medium-sized soda, 21 fluid ounces. Isn't that funny that 21 fluid ounces is like, what is it? A can is 12 ounces?
12,
is that right?
16, 12, 16? Might
16
be
is
16.
the bottles.
Oh, 16's bottle must be 12 then.
So 12.
Yeah.
So almost 2 cans is considered a medium-sized soda. Isn't that bizarre?
Wow.
I feel like that. I mean, it is about what they serve in a movie theater.
Yeah.
It has about the same caffeine as an 8-ounce cup of black tea. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, really? It's less caffeine in Coke than I thought. I used to be sensitive to caffeine. I'm not anymore. You could give me, one of those weird shots in the morning. You could give me, 2 coffees and a Coke Zero later, and I really don't feel it. I used to get all jittery and kind of freaky and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I think it changed. My metabolism has changed over time. There goes Brian. Look, he just downed a little bit there.
I did. Look at that. All this talk about coffee. Yeah, I need a coffee. Need a drink.
Well, it's the best part of waking up, is what they say.
It really is. Is a little bit of Panera coffee in my Spider-Man mug.
Oh, you went to the Panera today to get
So I go there most mornings because I pay $11 a month and get all the coffee I can drink. So basically, they're close enough that it's easier and cheaper than me buying a pound of coffee every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's easier and cheaper for me to go and just go and fill up my coffee mug at Panera. I'm back in 5 minutes, and I pay $11 a month for the privilege.
And you like their coffee, right?
I like their coffee. Yeah,
that's important. If you didn't like it, you probably
absolutely.
wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There is. Tina drinks coffee as well. Boy Who Cried Wolf, or the Boy Who Cried ... because your name is too damn long. At least in my IRC chat thing, Tina drinks Dewey Egbert's coffee. I buy that for her, and she. Like, I can get a big old thing. It's the freeze-dried stuff that I found at MGM Grand several years ago and hunted for it. And I buy it as an import from Europe because it's so damn good.
Dutch coffee. I never even heard of Dewey Egbert's.
Yeah, Dewey Egbert's. Golly. Basically, I've never done this, or at least I can't think of another time when I've done this. But we were at MGM staying there for one of our trips back in, early 2000s or mid 2000s or something.
Yeah. And
went to their coffee shop, and I'm like, whoa, this coffee. I felt like a commercial. This coffee is so damn good. What is this coffee? And they're like, I don't know. I'll find out. And he went back and talked to the one of the guys in the kitchen, and then he basically brought out this giant canister of Dewey Egbert's freeze-dried coffee, and I'm like, wow, so it's not even brewed. They're like, yeah, but the way they make it, they brew it, freeze-dry it, and then you just add hot water to it. So it's not like you're drinking something that's processed or not real coffee. You're just basically drinking coffee that's been dehydrated or freeze-dried.
Right.
I don't even know what the freeze-drying process is. Is that what they use to make Dippin' Dots?
Yeah, Dippin' Dots are freeze-dried, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so. Now that you say it, I'm not sure, but
I think that's like a mix of, or like they do it somehow with, what's the frozen nitrogen? What's the stuff that the dry ice is made out of?
Liquid nitrogen. Is that it?
Except it's not liquid though.
Not liquid.
It's a gas. No, it is liquid nitrogen, right? Because it's in a glass. Or they have to keep it in like a thermos thing. Yeah.
Right. When we were kids, I'd do stuff in science class where you'd freeze balloons and stuff like that with it.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I think that that for Dippin' Dots or something. That would be a good Bobby question.
Yeah, let's do an entire science segment on Dippin' Dots, Bobby. Seriously.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Yes. Is it really going to be the ice cream of the future like it touts itself?
I know. I feel like it's been around long enough that it can no longer say the future because we've come past. Yeah.
Yeah, it had its chance to really make a foothold, like really put Baskin Robbins and Dairy Queen out of business, and it hasn't done it. So I feel like it's the ice cream of the present.
They're still there.
The weird styrofoam packing peanuts ice cream of the present.
Oh, speaking of which, I finally went to a Shake Shack I'd never been.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody said, oh, you got to go to Shake Shack. So Kim and I went there the other day, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good burger.
The burger's fine. It's not. It's a little. I think the single was like $6.50, and it was pretty small. So I wasn't thrilled with that part of it. They had these kimchi fries that were really good. Korean spicy kimchi fries. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Okay. And then, although the sauce they gave you looked like baby poo, so just beware. But it's really good. Tasted good, but it looked bad. The shake, though, which I shared with Kim because I'm not a maniac.
Yes, right.
We had a peach something shake. That was fantastic. The emphasis on Shake Shack because, the shakes are good.
They know what they're doing with the shakes. Yeah, I got their black and white. Again, shared it with Tina, but their black and white shake is really, really good.
Yeah, that's kind of our rule now. If there's a shake involved, we share that shit because I avoid the shug, but occasionally I'll have like a little treat and it'll be like, all right, do I eat a whole 20-ounce freaking gob of ice cream or do I split it with my good wife? And the answer is that.
Right. Yep.
I split it with Juliana Margulies. All right, moving on. Hey, I got some follow-ups from some listeners here.
Yeah, good. I love that.
We talked about yeah, I love clarification. And the deal with Orange Theory was kind of flummoxing. I still don't really understand why that place is so expensive, but we got an answer potentially to that from Jeremy, who sent this email in. He says, you guys were talking last week about Orange Theory and wondering how it worked. My wife and I had memberships about a year ago, so I thought I could help. The idea behind Orange Theory is that you do group workouts where your heart rate is being monitored the whole time. There are different colors given based on your heart rate level: blue, green, orange, and red. Orange is when your heart rate is about 80 to 90% of what is considered safe based off your age and weight. The theory is, here's the Orange Theory.
Gotcha, yeah.
Is that during a 45-minute workout, your heart rate is orange for 15 minutes. You will continue to burn calories for a few hours after the workout. The parts, yeah, so that's interesting, right? I just thought it was like a cornball name, like the the fruit or something, like Orange Theory.
Exactly, yeah.
It says, let's see, your heart rate is orange for 15 minutes. Okay. The parts we liked were the community aspect. You see the same people most days, and the coaches leading the classes get to know you. The classes are very effective. We were in really great shape. But like you mentioned, the classes are also crazy expensive. We couldn't afford to keep going, even though we liked it. They also charge you for their proprietary heart monitor, $150 for a thing that is probably $25, he says.
Yeah.
It says, and charge you if you sign up for but miss a class. So you get charged whether you miss one or not. So it's like going to telling your dentist an hour before you're not coming. They're still going to charge you.
Right, yes.
They combined with the fact that their routines eventually become repetitive and stale led us to go buy a gym membership to do the same exercises there. I don't know how anyone that isn't rich justifies a membership there. It's great for anyone that needs extra motivation, but it costs as much as as much monthly as a car, says Jeremy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's expensive. I think that's the trick, though. Maybe you go get a taste of it, and then if you've got the wherewithal to like stick to it, you just go do the same thing on your own.
Yeah, exactly. When you buy that device, you get to keep that device, right? But it's proprietary, so you can't like pair it with your phone and then go to your own gym and say, "All right, look, I'm in the orange zone," kind of thing.
Oh, good point. They probably, well, actually, you probably just mimic it with your watch or something, right?
Yeah, I have a Wahoo. It's really called a Wahoo. It's a Wahoo heart rate monitor and cadence monitor, and the cadence monitor goes on my shoe, my bike shoe, and then I can wear the heart monitor around my chest, and then that will do the same thing. It's kind of dumb that even though it's Bluetooth, I can't make my phone pair with Strava or whatever the app is that I was using, GPS My Ride or something, that would show me, like, it would basically give me a screen while I'm riding on my phone showing me what my cadence is. So it's like, all right, you want to pedal, keep consistent with the pedaling, and monitor the heart rate, monitor the your speed, your elevation, that sort of thing.
Interesting. I'm looking at them now. These look, so one is a strap around your chest, the other is a hand, the wrist one, eh? You have to use them together, or they're separate products?
No,
it looks like
separate. I just have the chest one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wahoo! Literally Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Wahoo! It's the Blur officially backs this product. Blur.
That's
loves
right.
this.
Exactly.
I guess they're more woohoo. Anyway.
That's woohoo, but yeah. But it'd be nice if they had like if I could just use my phone or my watch, which is already monitoring my heart rate, and have it talk to this app. Separately, I could just look down because I'll use my outdoor workout to close my rings, all that sort of thing. So Strava will be monitoring my ride, and then my watch will separately be monitoring my ride, so I can fill my stripes.
Oh,
So getting double the tracking, but have it just do one. One is fine.
yeah, do one. Although I guess this is a way for you to compare and see which one's more accurate.
That's true, and it really is just a matter of wanting to have my rings closed. It's so dumb. Like they've turned that whole ring thing into a game.
Yeah, that's why it works. I think people like the gamification of their fitness.
Exactly.
We got another note here from Eric Valdez, but he says it's pronounced Valdez, like the.
No, he doesn't. He says it's
I
not
thought
like the Exxon oil spill. No.
Oh, I thought he said it was like it. There it is in the PS. You're right. Anyway, says, hello, Stream O morning hosts. I'm jealous that you have Buc-ee's so close. Well, I don't, but Brian does. They are only one of the primary retailers of a shirt brand called, I guess that's Results.
No, it's Roosevelts. You know what's funny? I do the same thing.
It looks like Results.
If I glance, well, it's a V instead of a U. It's
it says RSVLTS, so Roosevelts. That makes sense.
Roosevelts.
I know you guys.
When you glance at it, I've done that too, where I glance at it and say, "Oh, Results shirts," but even though in my head I know they're Roosevelts.
It looks like one of those bad URLs you know, Flickr
like
kind of thing.
Flickr. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, he says, I know you guys like the Hawaiian shirt styles, but this brand is all about pop culture with flair. My wife sent me a Star Wars themed shirt from them during a previous deployment, and I got hooked. A previous enjoyment. And I got hooked on it. I urge you to give them a look. I think it's right up your alley, unlike the Thanos plug that Brian is producing. Up your alley. Get it?
Up your alley, yeah.
P.S. My last name is not like the Exxon oil spill tanker, but Exxon happens to be my call sign in the Air Force. Cheers, Eric Valdez in Mountain View, California. So they call him Exxon.
They call him Exxon, which is really funny, but they call him Exxon Valdez instead of Exxon Valdez.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wear those Roosevelt shirts all the time here. I've got a little Grogu chasing frogs one. I've got a Stitch one. I've got the Spider-Man, the meme of him, all the Spider-Men pointing to each other.
That's cool. I want these. How do you get these? Can I get them somewhere else besides going to a Buc-ee's?
Yeah, you can buy them online at roosevelts.com.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, they got it. Yeah, this is. Oh my gosh, Brian! This place is made for you. Look at all this shit.
Yeah, it totally is. I mean, I've got a few of a couple of their Disney things. They had a big presence at the at D23 when I went out there and ended up buying 2 or 3 of their shirts. They're not cheap, but they're also not. You're getting a really nicely made shirt, a really nice.
Yeah, they look good.
Really nice fabric and stuff. Yeah.
Ooh, $70 for this. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a little pricey, but if they're good, then it's worth what you do, I guess. Wow, they got a lot of selection here. That's awesome. I'd never heard of these guys. How is that possible? It feels like I should have heard of this.
That is crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, they've got. Oh shoot, I might need to pick up this X-Men Savage Land. Do they have that in a button-up as well as a polo? They've got the X-Men 97.
Oh, dude.
The Corner Box Brigade. Oh, look at these. Damn it. This is...
Well, this is going to be a problem. Brian's going to spend some money.
We're going to have an issue.
That 97 thing would be very cool in a hoodie or something. I don't know if
I bet they might make that. Yeah.
Let's see. X-Men, the Logan Kid dad had.
This one I saw at... I'll give you a link. I saw this one at... God, where did I see it? And I said, I told Tina that I want this one for Father's Day. It's it's like, I saw it at the art pop-up art exhibit that I went to for my niece a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
But look at that. It's all Sentinels and like they're getting attacked by all different X-Men, but it's all X-Men 97 style.
Ooh,
so
I love it.
Isn't that cool?
Look at this chat. Yeah. I'm a Sentinel freak. I love the Sentinels.
I do too, yeah.
They're so stupid and great.
They really are. Yeah.
They're just great. Well, all right then. This is fantastic. Thank you for that, Jeremy and Semper Fi, or whatever you say. Whatever you say in the Air Force. I don't know what you say.
It's Eric, by the way, not Jeremy.
Oh, what did I? Oh, I mixed him up. The guy before you was Jeremy. Thank you for your email as well, Jeremy. Thanks for your orange
thank you,
theory.
Jeremy. Yeah,
we appreciate it. Eric, sorry. Here's one final thing on whales. This is from a Let's see. Who is this? This is from Jody from Iowa, who says, regarding the cruise ship versus whale, the one where the cruise ship had hit a whale and then drug it all the way to shore, and there was a big investigation and all that.
Yeah.
Says, was in the Navy. Got a lot of military folks today. Was in the Navy on an LHA. I don't know what that means. Large habitual
Hadron.
anus. I don't know.
On an LHA.
Large happy anus. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyway, he said, in some decent seas, we hit a whale. Didn't even feel it or know it until we saw the blood trail behind the ship. Bridge called and all stopped to investigate the bloody mess. And let me tell you, don't care how big the ship is. Going 15 knots, you don't stop on a dime or a football field for that matter. On the stories to share from being in the Navy as a parachute rigger. The stories to share.
Oh, the stories to share.
Yeah. So that's a good point. We were talking, I think it was Jeff that wrote in and said they're very maneuverable, but that's when they're slow or stop.
That's when they're slow. Cruise ships probably have a different situation, right? Than I don't know how big the ship is. Ambassador almost says maybe landing helicopter assault.
Oh,
which is interesting.
Okay. Sure. You could see that, right? A ship with a bunch of helicopter pads on it and stuff like that. That
exactly. Yeah. But so I don't know, and I don't know if cruise ships are going 15 knots or what their usual speed is, but.
Do you think
a lacerating humpback annihilator? That kind of is there it is right there. That's the answer.
Sure. 15 knots. I don't know what that compares to on miles per hour or kilometers per hour. I wonder. Hold on. Knots to miles. I can do the math here. So if we have 15 knots, that equals 17.26 miles per hour. It's not too fast.
Not too fast, no.
But less maneuverable in a tight position, I guess. Something's wrong with Google, by the way. I went to Google earlier and I searched for something about hydration. We're trying these, like I told you about, we're trying this powder stuff in the mornings. That's like supposed to be good for you. Ginseng, blah, blah, blah crap. But it's also loaded with caffeine. So it wakes me up in the morning and I'm not a coffee drinker. So it's a good way for me to kind of, get all whatever.
Yeah.
Had it this morning. Anyway, I went to Google just to do like a search for something. And you know how they sometimes will have helpful information in a paragraph before you get to any actual results?
Like an AI generated one that usually has highlighted text, basically, to answer your question.
And this one said something about how much to drink a day, and it inserted this thing that says, so make sure you drink plenty of urine in the day.
It's basically you're going off to your previous search results, Scott.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe maybe I need to check my history. But yeah, like I just every time I go to google.com anymore, I feel like I'm getting weird info, so I kind of quit using it.
That's hilarious. I hope you I'm sure you screenshotted that and put it on Twitter or something, right?
No, I should have. I didn't think about it.
Oh,
but
man.
It's show content, so here it is.
Yeah.
Check this out. We talked about whales. Let's get to the news. We have news.
Oh,
and I know what I was going to say. If you guys want to send in your own thoughts, comments, feelings about anything we talk about on the show, you can send that to 801-471-0462. Or if you'd rather email us, you certainly can do that. That's themorningstream@gmail.com. Time for the news, brought to you by
Paranoid Billionaire Afraid of Immigrant.
All right. What do you think this movie is?
Yeah, so this is a movie, and I'm guessing the immigrant in question is probably like an extraterrestrial, like an alien, because you like to do that sort of thing. So a paranoid billionaire afraid of an alien. I
think the paranoid part is a little bit of conjecture on the part of this description. I don't think it's 100% accurate for the character it's referring to, but in this movie he is paranoid.
Superman, one of the Superman movies, right?
Yeah. So it's the Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
Why did you say that name?
So it's not Lex Luthor. It's Bruce Wayne is the paranoid billionaire.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because he's all freaked out until he finds out his mom has the same name as his mom, and then everything's fine.
Very good. Yeah, very good.
Let's talk about Tesla. They're in the news. Tesla software ended up having a glitch and trapped a TikToker inside a 115-degree car for an extended period of time.
intentional by design.
It feels like it might be a feature,
How
not
do you
a
get
bug.
rid of these TikTokers? By trapping them inside 115-degree cars.
There you go. TikToker locked inside of her Tesla Model 3 Model 3 for 40 minutes in the hot sun while it was installing a software update. And as of this writing, her video has over 10.7 million plays. We don't care so much about that. Before you go jump into conclusions about her ineptitude, Brianna Janelle was actually following the rules laid out by Tesla. According to the Tesla owner's manual, quote, this is right out of the book, vehicle functions, including some safety systems and opening or closing the doors or windows, may be limited or disabled when installation is in progress, and you could damage the vehicle. So it's like, don't turn off your computer while this update is happening. It's the same idea.
Yeah, you don't want to brick your car because you interrupt it during a. But it's kind of a bizarre thing, like opening a door. You should not affect.
Totally
reinstalling software.
Totally agree.
Restarting your car for sure. I understand that and that sort of thing. But gosh, that's
a bit much. And this is a car I was actually in a Model 3 this week because did I tell you guys the story about what happened with Wendy? So Wendy, my sister Wendy was here for the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Last week, and we had a great time together. My sister hates Elon Musk. Hates him.
Yeah. Right.
For a whole ton of litany of reasons. We're not going to get into those, but also she feels like Tesla's. She likes electric cars. She likes the concept of let's be less dependent on oil and all that. But she also doesn't like some of the like the hoity-toityness of Tesla buying.
Okay.
She'd rather it be like, hey, everyone should have electric cars, not just rich people who want fancy gadgets and things like that.
Sure.
So anyway, it's a whole thing. Not really part of the story, but the irony of it is, on what day was it? Saturday. Anyway, she thought she had her niece's car to drive all that day. From my sister, Misha was going to let her borrow her niece's car, who was out on her honeymoon. That's who the wedding was for. So her car's there. She's like, sure, I'll use Jade's car. She goes to start up Jade's car. It's a Kia, not Soul. What's the SUV? They have an SUV that's
Sorrento.
Sorrento. That's it. The Sorrento requires a key fob combo to start it. So you have to have the key fob working in order to even hit the button and have it go.
Yeah,
I guess that's true of a lot of cars.
Yeah.
I guess my Volkswagen's the same way. I just didn't think about it this way. Anyway, by the way, do all key fobs? Sorry, I hate to be all over the place. Do all key fobs let you yank out a physical key if you need it for something? Have you seen that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Tina's does. Tina has the proximity key fob, and I don't know if there is a key inside.
Hers did, but we couldn't figure out where to stick it. It's a problem.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Like, I don't know where, because usually those things just have a button, a push button, and I don't know what you would do with an actual physical key.
I'm sure there was a hole somewhere in that car. We just were not aware of it, and we were in a hurry, so we had to hurry, and so it was like, oh, crap, what are we going to do? And Jade has with her the good key fob. This is the old dead battery key fob.
Yeah.
So
people are saying like either for the glove compartment or the center console to lock it. So like if you are valet parking it,
got it,
and you want to give them the key fob, you want to like lock things, even though they can still just pull the key out and unlock it if you're giving them the whole key fob. But
right. So in this case, we were screwed either way. That wasn't going to do us any good.
No, it was not going to help you.
Yeah. So we got out of that car and we're like, what are we going to do? And Ken goes, well, you know what? Just borrow my car. And his car is a Tesla Model 3. And I'm like, oh, cool. It'd be fun to ride in that. Let's do it. And Wendy wanted to drive. So she says, okay. And I could tell she was just like nervous. Mm-hmm. And anyway, we get in this car and she is out of her element, dude. It is like, because you know how you've driven an electric car before. They feel different. They're just not the same. Like you press gas and you move forward very quickly.
And you move forward.
But you let off the gas and you kind of slow quickly. It's like this weird.
Yes.
Hard to explain, but if you've never driven it, it's really hard to explain. If you have, you know exactly what we're talking about.
And there's not that feedback, that almost haptic feedback that you get with a gas car, that like you kind of feel it in your foot and you don't feel it in an electric car.
Yeah, there's so much that's different. The sound of it, all of it. It's so weird. Yeah. Anyway, we got used to it and it was fine, but she just felt like she was. It's like, I don't know how to compare it. It's like, think of a movie where it's like if Kirk and a Klingon got stuck in an elevator. you just have to deal with it, right? You have to drive this car that you have a stand against, and the guy who made it you hate, and she just had to do it. She just had to live with it.
Enemy mine, basically, is what she was. Yeah,
yeah, dude. Oh, that movie. But it's like, anyway, the point of it was, my whole point was, all we could think of was, to go forward. I'd never noticed this before. It's a finger swipe on the screen. And to go back, to go to reverse, it's a finger swipe down. That's funky. That is funky. Just give me a stick of something. I'm not asking for a manual, but give me like a.
That's weird. In the time that I drove my dad, when they came out here, rented a Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is one of the ones I'm considering. I'm looking at a Tesla Model Y with dual motor because I need the extra weight in the back for snow. When we get snow, I want some extra. For sure. Or a Hyundai Ioniq 5. Also like the Volkswagen ID4. Those are the three. But I never ever put it in reverse, and I did not know that was how you did that. That's kind of weird.
And I assume they probably all do this. I don't know, because really it's just an on or off kind of 1 and 0 binary choice. It's not a mechanical thing. But boy, that was weird. And she would reach down. She's like fumbling around for a thing. I'm like, no, remember it's the screen. And she's like, oh yeah, shit, slide it down. It was just weird. It's like just a phone swipe. It's
what if you have gloves on that don't have the little what do they call that, where you get the little the mesh that lets you
our phones all use it. What's it called? Something touch. Haptic, not haptic.
I know, that's the thing that's stuck in my head too.
Something touch.
Conductive
touch. That's
Conductive touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
If capacitive. That's it.
Capacitive. So if you're using the wrong kind of gloves, you'd have to and then take them off and do it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
anyway, it was pretty funny. But anyway, back to the story.
Yeah.
According to the Tesla's owner manual, it just says you cannot get out while this is happening, or you can't get in while it's happening. Either way.
Yeah. You can't open the door or the window while this is going on.
It says she chose to heed the warning, did not attempt to open her doors or windows during the installation process for fear of damaging her vehicle, but this seems like a very dangerous oversight on Tesla's part, as she was stuck inside during it all. The door mechanisms on the Tesla Model 3 and Y are electrically operated, and under normal circumstances are opened from the inside by using a simple button to unlatch the door. Should the vehicle have no power, though, these models do not have auxiliary manual cable, release levers, or anything like that. So you're stuck. You're just in there. And if you're in like a town like, I don't know, Phoenix or something, you're toast, man. And the 3 has that.
Literally.
You're literally toast. And the Model 3 has that high.
The glass sunroof or moonroof. I guess when it's full length, it's a moonroof, right?
I think that's what they call it. And it's also, but it's tinted, but it's still in 120 degree weather. I mean, you're asking for trouble. She's okay though.
Yeah.
She stuck it out. She came out all sweaty and gross, but be careful, I guess, people, when you're updating your car.
Yeah.
It just sounds so weird.
So weird. It really is. Yeah.
When you're updating your car.
It should be set to only do updates at like 4 a.m, like my Mac.
Yeah.
Do my updates in the middle of the night. My TiVo could do it, right? I could set my TiVo to only update at 3 a.m, and so my Tesla should have the same deal.
The new rumor is that Apple, they scrapped their car plans. But it turns out they may not have. What they've done, perhaps, is they may just buy Rivian and then integrate everything they're working on. I'd be down with that. I think those Rivians are cool.
They are really cool. I'd totally be down for that too.
Yeah, Rivians are great. Might be cheaper than starting your own car. You just take the one that's already going and
smart. Yeah.
I'd be very curious about those.
Apple did it with operating systems. They can do it with. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, they kind of did. They took Unix and turned it into OS 10. So there you go. Doesn't look much like it anymore, but the underpinnings are still there. All right. A judge has finally made, boy, this is important news. We cannot miss this one. So I'm glad we got time for it.
Yeah.
A judge has ruled finally that tacos, and as a result, burritos also, are sandwiches. Okay.
Okay. Wait, are you extrapolating the burrito thing, or did they also say that? Because
they mentioned it later. They mentioned it later.
It is in the article. Okay.
Yeah, they mentioned it a little bit later. But a judge ruled, this is an Indiana judge, ruled that tacos are Mexican-style sandwiches.
Sure.
In an entrepreneur's case, challenging zoning laws restricting certain restaurant activities. An Indiana judge has settled an argument that may silence long-running foodie debates and open up fresh territory for small restaurants that are blocked by zoning laws from desirable locations. The word from Fort Wayne Superior Court Judge Craig J. Bobby. It's B-A or B-O-B-A-Y. I assume it's Bobby.
It could be Bobé. It could be, but...
it could be Bobé. Yeah, that's true.
Bobé.
Kind of prefer Bobé.
I do, too, yeah.
My name is Craig Bobé. I'll be your judge. He says it's final. The taco is a sandwich, and the legal precedent, if the legal precedent spreads its influence across the state and country, many restaurant owners may end up having to change their menus or how they think about food. If Bobé's taco call isn't enough to chew on, he also ruled that burritos are sandwiches too. What?
So this was a whole thing because this zoning issue required that restaurants need to serve sandwiches in this area, or something about that, like staying open past a certain time, or it's kind of like that weird what was it, Venice or Milan, that had the no takeout after a certain time in this area kind of thing.
Right.
But so this little Fort Wayne zoning area said that, it has to be a sandwich style restaurant to qualify to be in this area. There we go. Let's see. City Planning Commission said rules pertaining to the site prohibit fast food business from operating on it. The exception, reports noted, was for an existing sandwich bar-style restaurant whose primary business is to sell made-to-order sandwiches.
See? Now it opens up the thing wide. It even goes on here to say, why stop there? If this ruling, if it creates precedent, that means hot dogs are sandwiches.
Yeah.
It means banh mi. Well, I already felt like banh mi's were.
I already feel
sandwiches.
like banh mi is a sandwich, but what else?
Let's see. How about Indian non-wraps or Greek gyros? It says.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I never thought of a gyro as it's more like a Greek taco, but now that tacos are a sandwich, well, Greek taco, Greek sandwich, I guess. Anyway, says food businesses won't have to rush out and reprint their menus or shuffle their BLTs, hoagie subs, or po' boys in with the soft-shelled tacos and chimichangas if they want to stay legal. So, in theory, if there's a challenge in local zoning laws in different states, those restaurants will have to literally do this. They'll have to go into their menus and create a sandwich heading that now includes all this other shit.
Tacos and stuff. So a place could really, decide, well, we sell a chicken parmesan, let's just wrap it in a tortilla and call it a sandwich.
Yeah. And if you're a Chinese restaurant and you sell egg rolls, aren't those tiny burritos essentially sandwiches?
Oh, interesting.
See?
Yeah.
See, things get real weird if you start
Certainly
thinking
the
about
little
it.
Mushu pancake things are that would qualify because those are basically a tacos.
What about crab rangoons? What about those? Those are kind of sandwiches, sort of.
Little deep fried little balls of awesome is what they are.
Oh my gosh, they sound good right now.
Lettuce wraps, Biocousins? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think those already fall. Like you get Jimmy John's lets you do the unwich, which is basically a lettuce wrap Jimmy John.
That's true.
I might get today. That sounds really good.
Kim gets those every time we go. She can't do the bread. I'm jealous of her. Bread gives Kim heartburn no matter where she gets it, and I wish I was her because I would eat less bread if that was the case. But
yeah, Jimmy John's bread is so damn good.
I love bread.
Yeah,
bread. All right,
it's like Oprah says.
Yeah, bread. She loves bread.
She loves bread. She says it.
Courtney Cox in the news.
Okay.
This isn't about her facial regrets. All right. This is something else.
Right. Talked about that before, yeah.
Courtney Cox says she still feels Matthew Perry's presence. Quote, he visits me a lot. Unquote. Now, look, I know that she doesn't mean his ghost is there. All right. I know.
Could I be any more of a ghost?
I was secretly hoping for that. I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be great.
In a new interview, Cox opened up about her spirituality and revealed Perry still visits her. Here's what she says. Quote, I think he's probably one of the funniest human beings in the world. He's just so funny. He is genuinely has a huge heart and obviously struggled. So I'm thankful I got to work so closely with him for so many years. He visits me a lot, if we believe in that. She says.
She also went on to say, also, unfortunately, Matt LeBlanc also still visits me.
Yeah. He's creeping around my house all the time.
He visits me a lot.
Oh, man. This says, Cox says she still feels Perry's presence among other members of her family, adding, I talked to my mom, my dad, and Matthew. I feel like there are a lot of people that guide us. I do sense, I sense Matthew's around for sure. All right. That's fine.
Cool.
I would record these conversations if it were me. Like if I actually, let me just say it this way. If somebody says to me, and this is no shade on Cox, okay?
Sure. No shade on Cox.
Shade on Cox is a great title. Someone get on that.
Somebody's already typing that furiously into the thing.
I like it. But I don't want to poo-poo on anybody's wherever they're at. That's fine. It's for real. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm saying for me, if I was sitting around the house and actually had a conversation with a dead person, I would want my phone on so I could capture that and share that with people.
Well, of course.
In the same way that if I said I saw Bigfoot, but if I don't have photo evidence, what is the point of saying I saw Bigfoot? It just, you show me that you saw Bigfoot, or quit saying you saw him, or that you see him all the time. People that claim to go to the Pacific Northwest and see Bigfoot every 3 months, show me.
Yeah.
Give me something.
But here's the thing. You'd probably end up with one of those situations where you have the conversation, they're right there, you're totally, oh my God, I'm not imagining this, you're right here talking to me, and you record it with your phone, and only your side of the conversation is recordable. Like you're sitting there saying, wow, is this really, or am I really hearing you? Yeah. I am? Oh my gosh. Wow, this is
the one lapel mic is not working in that scenario.
Right,
sure.
Exactly. It's like early podcast interviews is what it is.
Yeah. I'd be just like, I guess I wouldn't, if I was hearing voices and having those conversations and it only picked up half of them in my recording, I would not tell people I was having these conversations because I think maybe something's up with me. I think maybe something's wrong.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to, again, no shame to people having mental,
no, of course not. Yeah.
Auditory or visual hallucinations. It's fine. Mm-hmm. You do you, have your fun, whatever.
I mean, technically it's not fine, but you do you.
You're not, Courtney Cox is not a danger to society. So she's really hearing this.
Right.
Fine. But
yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is I have my doubts, and I would love it when people make claims like this. Part of me goes, well, then, okay, where is it then? Like, show me.
On some sort of non-literal level, non-tangible, like, well, I believe this is a real kind of level.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you when you're making a decision or you're alone and you're doing something, do you get the influence of your dad to help make a decision, or like, oh, what would my dad do in a situation like this? You're in raising your kids.
Sure.
Kind of thing, oh, my dad, not necessarily my dad's in the room and he says I need to discipline you for lying to me.
Right.
But
that's a great question, because I do think that their influence is definitely with you, right? There's no getting away from that. And you might even be in a situation where you'll go, well, what would my parents have done, or what would my dad have said?
Or even, exactly. Like where you not necessarily really honestly believe that your relative is saying, use the force, Luke, but you're really actually saying that, but almost guiding you, like you're in kind of a joking way. Like my stepdad, Barney, didn't have a lot of time where I lived in the house with him because they got married when I was like 11 or 12. Right. I moved out when I was 17, got kicked out when I was 17.
Is that true? I didn't know this. There's a whole story there. We don't know.
It's not really, I mean, basically they just said, yep, when you go off to college, you're like, when you start college, you need to find a place to live.
Good Lord.
So
wow.
So fortunately, the Institute of Art, even though they did not have housing or their own housing, they worked with the local Denver branch of Colorado University of Colorado, and had a whole floor of the University of Colorado dorms that we lived in.
Oh, that's cool. That works out.
Yeah. But there's still aspects of his pacifism and other things where, like, I'll have the situation where I'm gonna be mad about something. I'm like, Barney would just let this go, or Barney's there telling me, just let it go, Brian. Even though I know he's not there, I know that I don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in that sort of thing.
And for all I know, that's what she's saying. Courtney Cox is this is how she's expressing that exact sentiment, and that's awesome. It's great that people should have that influence in their life. They should have those feelings. I guess it's when I've had people in my life before say, "Last night I had a visit,
vision,
a visit
yes.
from your uncle. He came to my bedside, and well,
Right.
let me tell you, things aren't okay. Zub zub zub." And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I buy this, but okay. Anyway, just bring me some footage, everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Pixar didn't happen.
Pixar didn't happen. Final.
And even now, we can't even say that. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, let's say, some celebrity. Let's say Morgan Freeman. Remember, we had that thing where Morgan Freeman listened to our show or something, right? Like there was.
Oh, right. We had a listener who took photos of him. He's the guy that took all our photos.
The store, and Morgan Freeman came into the store and listened to our show.
Oh, that's what it was. It was glasses. He came in for glasses. It was a place that did custom prescription glasses or something. This is the guy that sent me those cool Ray-Bans back before my eyes went wonky. They don't work anymore.
Yeah. Right.
And then he said he came in and he was listening to the show when he came in and asked, "What are you listening to?" and then hung around for a minute and listened.
Yeah.
That's it. Exactly. That's one of those stories that I love that story, but I don't have proof.
Right, exactly. And now we couldn't even say, well, here's a photo of Morgan Freeman listening to our show. Pfft, could be AI generated. How do we not know? You don't know anymore.
Or it could just be a picture of Morgan Freeman listening to nothing. There's no proof he listened to our show.
Right, exactly. He was just in the store, yeah.
I've got that Dave Bautista image where he's holding a printed version of the drawing I did of him.
Right, yeah.
I know it's real because the guy who sent it to me worked there and it was all real, but you could easily tell everyone that's fake.
And it was before AI got to the level it is now. Now we just have to be skeptics on everything we see.
Yeah, even back then you could have photoshopped it easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Would have been no problem.
Batista holding up a picture of just a photo of Groot or something.
Yeah, it could have been anything. Could have been
Drax,
anything.
Yeah.
So I guess the bottom line is, just Courtney Cox, it's fine. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's fine. If you're visited by Matthew Perry, that's cool. But you're probably not getting visited by the ghost of Gunther, the guy who played Gunther.
That's exactly. He's not there. No, he's haunting Jennifer Aniston. That's what he does. Ben Affleck has skipped. Staying in Hollywood here for a minute. Okay. Ben Affleck. There's rumors floating around that him and Jennifer Lopez are once again on the rocks.
Oh no!
Yep, he found out her mother's name is not Martha, and he's very upset.
No, he called her Jennifer Garner, and she says, "What made you say that name?"
You imagine, dude? Except I don't know when you would say your wife's full name.
Yeah, your wife's. Oh, Jennifer Garner. What made you say that name?
Well, it says here he has skipped her premiere after launching a Hollywood Love Tour amid split rumors. He skipped her Atlas movie premiere. I don't know what Atlas is. Do we know what this movie is?
I don't know, but
let's see here, just real quick. Atlas movie.
But based on her movie history, I'd probably skip it too.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. In a bleak sounding future. An AI
bleak sounding future.
Yeah, bleak sounding future. An AI soldier has determined the only way to end war is to end humanity. Oh, this sounds like shit. There's some interesting people in it though. Sterling K. Brown, Mark Strong, love him. Simu Liu from
your Shang-Chi.
Your Shang-Chi's in there. All right, maybe it's all right. I shouldn't judge. I have no idea. I don't even know what this is. But anyway, the point is he didn't go, and that's helped prod rumors forward that he's maybe on the outs. She was wearing her wedding band, however, at the Egyptian theater there in Hollywood at the red carpet event. Jennifer looked stunning in a white tube top, floor-length black skirt, and her hair pulled back in a tight bun. She accessed her... Yeah.
Yeah, guess when you'll be able to watch this, Scott? Friday on Netflix.
Oh, shit. It's a Netflix original, is it?
It's, I guess there was a theatrical premiere so that they could be in
Oscar contention.
In contention for an Oscar. I can't even say that without laughing. Yeah. But then it's going to be on Netflix on Friday.
Well, they let's see. The couple attended a thing on May 16th to support their kids, but let's see. They've been doing everything separate. They've not been seen together for 47 days.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Somebody called Jennifer Garner. You're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. I think this is a non-event, and he'll be there for the Friday Netflix premiere.
That's right.
At home on Netflix.
That's right. I just love that whenever these two are doing something dumb, it keeps the spotlight off of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston and what's her beak that he is not with anymore either. Angelina Jolie.
Right. Yep.
Look at that
well
snap. You like this?
Nice little snap. It's like I feel like you need to do some movie reviews on Living Color. 2 snaps in a circle. So, all right, looking at the description of this thing, Randy, if you're listening, Randy Deluxe, let's put this on the list. Let's watch it for Film Sack, early in its actual release.
Yeah.
I think we could pretty much predict this is going to be a Film Sack movie.
I think so.
I've moved Catwoman.
Oh, good. He's moved Catwoman so we can fit it in. That'll be fine. All right, excellent. Well, there's your news. That's all the news she wrote. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Travis Crawford will be joining us for a little Travis trivia time. That's all coming up after this song. Brian, what are we playing?
Yeah, this is a band called Side Saddle. They have a brand new EP called Forever in a Little While. Just came out last week. This is, look, everybody's loving this thing. The Alternative, Diddy TV, Q Magazine. I'm a big follower of Q Magazine. Everybody's loving this. And I get a nice little, God, who is like a Noah Khan, modern indie folk kind of feel to this that I really, really like. Again, the new EP is called Forever in a Little While. This is the first song. It's called Bottom of the Ninth. Here is Side Saddle.
I'd like me a splash of whiskey to wash the trail dust off in my gullet and keep my singing voice in fettle.
Do I smell the stink of jealousy?
Welcome back, everybody. Tell me who that was again.
Sure, that's a band called Side Saddle and their new EP, Forever in a Little While. That's the first track. It's called Bottom of the Ninth.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah.
All right. Travis. That's what we're looking for.
Right.
TV's Travis. There he is. All right. We're going to add him to the call. We're going to have a little fun. It's our turn to have the tables turned and have us play a game. I guess mostly Brian, because I always play, but Brian never gets to play.
Yeah, this is the tables on me.
That's
my
right.
table.
And where were we last on our...
I think you've won...
Am I ahead by like one?
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember. I know. I think Travis actually does have a tally that he's keeping.
So it's a chance to take it even, to get us there.
Or a chance for you to increase your lead.
So he is not answering. However, I think he's on the line.
We did have a suggestion to his rule change, which I think he did for a little while. We just need to get back to it, but we'll talk about that when he gets on the air.
Oh, that's right. I don't remember what it was though. Something.
So when you make your bid, like let's say you say, all right, I can do that in 3 names, and I say I'll do that in 2, and if I miss it, you should get the 3rd name because that was your bid, as opposed to still having to do it in 2 names.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That will also solve some issues there. He's not answering. Why?
Well, we have to have a Travis in order to be able to do this. And without a Travis, we've got no TV's Travis.
Yeah. Anybody see him in the chat?
Has anybody seen Travis?
He's online, but he ain't
Does
answering.
He know he's working today?
I confirmed yesterday that he was good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is he saying anything in chat? I don't see him. Hopefully nothing came up serious. Sometimes things do, you never know.
That's right. Yep.
Rainbow Bright, he is much taller than any of us thought.
Yeah.
We were all surprised by the height of TV's Travis.
Yes, we were.
That dude is a monster. He's like, what he is? He's
Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah.
I mean,
literally Mick Fleetwood. Yeah. Or maybe even like every once in a while I'll see Kevin Durant with other actors, and I realize,
oh yeah,
that dude's enormous.
He is, yeah. It's kind of funny that they made him be the Blob because he is so tall and lanky. It almost doesn't work for being a little short, blobby guy for the deal.
I love that I love he's having a moment. That guy's great.
I do too. Yeah, I need to watch that, Annabelle.
You'll like it. It's a real. You'll have to get back to me on the Dan Stevens part, whether or not I'm up in the night on whether Dan Stevens is. He's
been out there for his last few roles.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Good. I love seeing him in things. It's just in this one, it was such a. I don't want to give anything away,
Yeah,
But it's
I
a
mean,
little-
is he over the top? Is he?
Yes, it's over the top in a way that I guess I'm just not used to from him, and it just threw me. I don't know, threw me. But it was fun. Well, no answer from Travis. I don't know what that means, except and I just texted him as well. No answer there. So what we'll do? People lost power in the storms last night. They're saying. Oh, now he's typing. Oh, he says, "Bah, be right there." He says, "Bah,
Bah, be right there.
All right, so I'm going to ring him again. Maybe he's back to life, back to reality.
Bah. Oh, there goes gravity.
We got Van got a shirt, a TLC shirt from his mom. She found it at some secondhand store.
Like the band TLC,
Yeah,
no
like
Scrubs,
like One
nice.
Eye, Lisa One Eye, or what is it? Whatever it is.
Left Eye Lopez.
Left Eye Lopez. I still do that. So last night I taught him.
T-Boz, Chili, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez, or Lisa, Left Eye Lopez.
I taught him the waterfalls song. Go chasing waterfalls. Yeah, he didn't quite understand what the significance was or if it mattered, but he sat there and listened to me.
Nice.
There's Travis. Now we're good. Let's do this right here. Where's this thing?
This is Travis, and you'll do well to listen carefully to what he has to say.
Hi, Travis. Everything all right on your end? You good?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I just work decided it wanted to be, dumb this morning. Of all mornings.
Of all mornings. Well, that's fine. I'm glad it wasn't anything bad. Somebody said the area you live in may have had a bunch of power outages and storms and stuff. You guys good?
There were storms in the area, but they didn't affect me.
Oh, good. Well, leave Travis alone, we always say to the storms. I look in the sky.
Chris, you needing an actual paycheck?
That's right, damn it. Well, it's good to have you here, Travis. It's time for you to play a game with us, and I always enjoy these. Let's see how we do. I'm currently ahead by one of our sessions.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have your thing? Yeah.
So we'll see if we can change that today and get it tied up. I don't know how this is going to go. Or maybe I'll extend my lead. I don't know.
You might extend your lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
Travis,
never know.
take it away. What are we doing?
Yeah, so we're going to play our monthly quiz. You're going to bet on how many clues you need in order to get the win here. So what we're going to start off with this month is our first round is going to be, we're going to name an actor.
Mhm.
And we're going to name an actor based on characters that they have played, names of characters.
Okay. And by the way, I don't know if you heard me talking about this earlier, but we had somebody bring up a suggestion about on the bidding. Like, let's say Scott says 3 characters, and then I say I can do it in 2, and then I miss it. Scott should maybe get that 3rd character from his bid. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
No, that does.
That's
Yeah.
how that worked.
I like that.
We'll do that today. If we hit that, well, we should do that. I like that idea a lot.
If we hit that, yeah.
As long as you're
we're
okay
gonna
with it.
nail all
Yeah.
of our questions, so we're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
There's an activity
Right.
he steals. Sure.
Yeah, we
that'll
don't
be
need
fine.
any of that. Come on.
That's right. All right, characters. Okay.
All right, so Brian, you're going to start the bidding on number of characters that this actor has played
Okay.
that you think you can name.
I will start with 3.
Okay.
The temptation to. Well, now that I know I have this option to steal. Shit. You know what? I'm gonna try to do it in 2.
Okay.
You're going to try to do it in 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Name that actor.
Okay.
Okay. So here's a couple of characters that he played. General Ed Fennick and Steve Rubel.
The Fennec is very familiar.
It's really familiar to me too.
Fennec?
Ed Fennick.
I guess I don't have all day to answer. All right. I guess I'll just guess. Ed Fennick. Shit.
You're going to need an answer.
Just
toss a name out there.
I'll stay with Ed. Ed Harris.
Nope, incorrect.
Exactly what I would have guessed too if you would have put me on the spot.
I don't know.
All right, Brian, here you go. You get your 3rd
Okay.
because you initially bet 3. Charlie McKenzie.
Charlie McKenzie. Is that I'm probably wrong. Tom Hanks?
I know it.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Can I guess? And even though it's no points,
Sure.
Yeah, you can
I
guess.
think it
That's
just
fine.
hit me. That last one, that's Mike Myers.
That is Mike Myers, correct.
Oh shit! That's from Inglourious Bastards, the weird little
Yep.
almost
His little cameo in Inglourious Bastards is General Ed Fennec.
It's a very short role. Yeah.
Yes. Steve Rubell was from 54.
Okay.
Okay.
What was
Charlie
the-
McKenzie. Charlie McKenzie, So I Married an Axe Murderer. We also had a couple more that I had was The Cat from The Cat in the Hat.
Oh God. Okay.
Shoot.
And finally, Wayne Campbell and Dr. Evil. Those
Yeah,
would have given
I
it
would have
away,
needed. I think I might have needed Wayne Campbell because the cat would have. There would have been somebody like, oh well, could it be Bill Murray who did Garfield's voice and or not Garfield? Was it Garfield's voice?
Bill Murray did Garfield's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a.
Then you would have said Garfield. You wouldn't have said the cat.
Right.
Right.
But that new Garfield getting some real sour reviews, by the way. People do not like it. Not happy with it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody surprised out there?
Listen, I'm gonna let Garfield live in the comic strips and in the old cartoon show.
All right.
And I'm good there.
Good deal.
As far as I'm concerned, when I think of Lorenzo or Garfield's voice, I think of Lorenzo music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good point.
All right. So nobody takes round one. So now we're on to round two.
Great.
This is a TV show, and you're going to guess based on cast members of this TV show. And Scott, you get to start the bidding for this one.
All right. Cast members of a television program. Let's do this in 3.
3?
Yeah.
All right. He's making it tough.
Yeah.
He is making it tough. I'll go 2. I'll do
2?
2.
Okay.
Name that
All right.
television show.
Okay. All right.
All right. Here are your 2 cast members: Corbin Burnson,
Shit.
Kurt Fuller.
Okay. Well, I believe Corbin Burnson was in L.A. Law. Was it L.A. Law?
Is that your
I think it
answer?
was LA Law. That's going to be my answer. L.A. Law.
Incorrect.
Yeah. Okay. Take your third.
Scott, you get one more if you want it.
I want one more.
Okay. Timothy Amundsen.
That didn't really help.
Were you thinking L.A. Law as well? Am I thinking of the right thing?
Oh yeah, he was definitely in LA Law.
Yeah,
My first
yeah.
answer would have been that.
Yeah.
But since we know it isn't, I'm going to say I feel like this is a trick one. This isn't going to be right. I'm going to say Star Trek The Next Generation. He was Q's
Incorrect.
other Q.
It's not 30-something, is it?
No, he wasn't in that, I don't think.
No, it is also not 30-something. Some other cast members in this show include Maggie Lawson,
Okay.
Dule Hill,
Oh, it's Psych.
and
Psych.
Psych. Yep.
Shit.
James Rode Rodriguez.
I forgot he was in Psych.
Oh, I love his character in Psych. He's absolutely perfect to play Henry Spencer, Sean's dad.
Psych's
right,
awesome.
great.
Yeah, Psych's
God,
awesome.
I need to go back and finish that show. Really do. Love
Uh,
it.
It's really good.
I'm like this close to doing a 4th rewatch of that series. I love
Really?
it that
Oh, wow.
much.
Okay.
Cool. I've watched the whole series multiple times, and I've watched the 3 movies that they've made once.
Okay.
And those are really good too. All right.
Okay.
Well, we're 0 for 2.
1,000, aren't we? Yeah.
We're moving on to round 3, which is our musical round.
Oh, good.
So, Brian, you get to start the bidding on the song. I have clips ranging from 2 to 10 seconds in 2-second increments. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 seconds.
Nice. That makes it easy. All right. I will, let's say 6 seconds.
6 seconds. All right.
Oh, jeez. This is one I always struggle with. I'll try in 5.
It's in 2.
Oh,
Four.
sorry.
You have to do it
Sorry.
in 4. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, oh gosh. You know what? Try name it, Brian. Do it in 6.
Okay. All right.
All right, Brian. Here are your 6 seconds of the song.
Coming at you from KWBZ with The Who and Behind Blue Eyes.
Ah, shit.
Correct.
Damn it.
That is Behind Blue Eyes.
Nicely done. Damn it.
Good one.
I still didn't hear it though, so these are the worst ones for me. I don't know why I struggle with that. It's just hard.
Yeah,
Right.
at like 8 seconds, Roger Daltrey starts
You
singing,
start
and it
hearing that,
immediately gives it away. But
And
I thought that was
did
kind of a
wanna-
fun one
I was
'cause
going to
it's-
guess earlier, but I didn't want to step on it in case I was completely wrong. And I was like, oh, I just talked over the part that actually would have given it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I expected that
That's
to
always-
suddenly go, all the leaves are brown. That's the song I thought I was getting.
Oh, yeah, right, because it does begin with the...
It's not quite the
And-
same, but that's where my head went.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the hope there was like, maybe it's just ambiguous enough with just the acoustic guitar opening. But
Yeah.
nice work, Brian.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, round 4. Brian's up 1. Scott, you're gonna need this one in order to have a shot.
All right.
We're guessing a movie, and we're also going by characters in that movie.
Characters in the movie.
Characters
Okay.
in the film. All right. I'm gonna say I can do that in. I gotta go for it here. Wait a minute. Let me get the math right. If I said 4 and Brian said I could do 3, I could say 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
I could do it in. I can do it in 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could still say 3 and make you,
You
do
could.
2.
Yeah.
But if I miss it, then you get 5.
That's right.
I will say 4. I'm not
4?
gonna go,
Okay.
Then I will
I'm
do
not,
it.
I'm not going to go as ballsy.
Then I'll go 3.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting a little of the gamesmanship going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Scott, here are your 3 characters from this movie.
Got it.
Grigory Rasputin, Liz Sherman, John Myers.
Repeat them one more time.
Grigory Rasputin, Liz Sherman, John Myers.
Oh shit! And you didn't specify anything else about this movie, so
Nope.
I'm gonna go with. I can't remember the name of it, and I don't even think it's right. Grigory Rasputin. I don't know. I think it's that. I think it's animated, but I cannot remember the name of the movie.
Ah.
Oh, that tells me I'm
You're
on.
going to need a name, though.
I'm on a path here. What is that called then? I can't think of the name. I guess I have to pass. I can't think of it.
Okay. All right. We're going to take
Shit.
a pass. Brian, you get one more name.
I'm going to need it. Yeah.
Okay. Trevor Broom Brutenholm.
Trevor Brutenholm. So the name that's getting me is Liz Sherman. That one sounds really familiar. Liz Sherman.
Mhm.
I think I got it. Okay.
Grigory Rasputin, Liz Sherman.
John Myers and Trevor Broom Brutenholm.
Oh, so Trevor Broom Brutenholm. Okay. Trevor Broom Brutenholm. Broom. Trevor Broom Brutenholm. I'm going to play off of Scott thinking it's an animated movie and say The Iron Giant.
Ooh. No. That is
No.
incorrect.
Correct. I think I know it. Do I get points if I know this?
Yes.
Because that's how the rule works now, right?
Oh, right. Because he would have. So we go back to his original. What was his original wager? Was
5.
5. So yeah, I guess
Yep.
he gets a 5th. Yeah.
What's my
Yeah,
fifth?
If you want the 5th one, you can have that.
I'll take the 5th.
Abe Sapien.
I'll take the 5th. Oh, Abe Sapien.
Yep.
Oh shit. Then it's Hellboy.
It's definitely
It is Hellboy.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I almost screwed up because I thought that the Don Bluth Anastasia movie about Rasputin.
Yep.
And the whole Tsar family thing.
There were a few guesses of that. Some folks in the chat got it right away, and then there was a few guesses of Anastasia as well.
Oh man! Okay, that was
Liz.
boy. I'm
Liz
glad I
was
got the 5th.
Yeah, the what's her face from the remake of Oh God! Now everything's fading out of my head. What's her name? The brunette that I think is really incredibly talented. And I think she has MS.
Selma.
Yeah.
Selma Blair.
Hayek.
Yeah, Selma
Blair.
Blair.
Yeah.
Blair. Yeah, she's great. She's really struggling right now. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Was it? It is MS, right? MS or
I think so.
ALS or something. Yeah. It's bad.
Hellboy. Man, as soon as you said Abe Sapien, it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
That was the
Right. Trevor Brutenholm was John Hurt's character,
right.
the old man,
the old guy. Yeah.
Okay.
John Hurt getting an alien out of his chest. Fantastic.
Yep.
Was that our last one?
No, that was round 4. We're now tied 1-1. So
shit!
This is for all the marbles right here.
Right.
Okay.
And let's see. We've got round 5 is a director, and I'm going to give you titles that this man has directed.
Oh shit.
It goes to me.
Okay.
Is it me to start?
No, I think I start the bidding.
It starts with Brian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn it! This is such a Scott wheelhouse. I'll say, I mean, if you get one, you know one, right? So I'm gonna say 3.
3.
It's
Okay.
a smart move, dude. It's
Right.
Directors. Sorry, you're gonna name films. Okay, number of films that a director did.
Yes.
I feel like I can do 2. I'll try 2.
2?
Name
All right.
Name that director.
All right. This might bite me in the ass.
Scott, here are your 2 titles.
Okay.
Heroes Shed No Tears. Bullet in the Head.
Bullet in the head. Bullet in the head. That first one is nothing to me, but bullet in the head is the only one that rings. What was the first one again?
Heroes Shed No Tears.
Yeah.
Bullet in the head. Bullet in the head. That sounds like hard boiled. The Killer. The Jean-Claude Van Damme when we saw him film sack. What am I? Shit. Oh. Hold on. Scott, calm down. Oh, John Woo. Please.
That is correct.
Nicely done. Nicely done. That sounded like it hurt.
Oh, it did hurt.
It definitely. I could smell that one.
Oh, that absolutely hurt. That's a Hong Kong film of his, Bullet in the Head. Right?
Yep. A few of I wanted to pick some more deep cuts because if I start off with something like A Better Tomorrow or Hard Target, Scott's going to get that right away.
Right.
Hard Target especially.
Yeah.
What would have because neither of those helped me out at all. Like I didn't even recognize those as movie titles.
You could have done like Face Off?
Third one would have been Hard Boiled.
Okay.
Oh, Hard Boiled.
I might have gotten it from Hard Boiled then.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I kept to some of his earlier stuff because you guys have sacked Face Off and a bunch of, and I want to make it a little bit tougher on you. Just
yeah. No, for sure. I'm trying to figure out what the connection is across all those because Mike Myers, Behind Blue Eyes. Was there a connection this time around or no?
There is a connection. It's a loose connection, but I'll be completely full disclosure here. I came up with all this stuff last night, so I was like, I need a connection. What do I do? So Mike Myers, Dule Hill, Pete Townsend, Doug Jones, who was Abe Sapien,
yeah.
and John Woo all have birthdays in May.
Oh, that works. That works. That's a fine connection.
Works. That's great.
A thing I would never guess, but yeah. Did you see that? So that new John Woo movie that he did with the dude from The Killer or I can't think of his name. The new RoboCop guy. I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman. I haven't seen that. No, but I want to.
I'm curious.
I
about
love John Woo stuff.
I do too. I even it didn't review that well, but like a lot of John Woo American movies don't review that well, and I always like them, so I have a feeling I would like it, but I didn't see it yet, so I was just curious.
I mean, he's responsible for my least favorite Mission Impossible movie, and I still enjoy Mission Impossible 2 for what it is.
Right.
Like it's not great in the grand scheme of those movies, but standalone, it's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all. Well, I think that does mean I win then. I'm 2 up.
You did. You are 2 up. Good job, man.
Feel good about that. This is super fun. I hear that you've never seen, speaking of the Iron Giant, who was it that hasn't seen it and you guys were going to do an episode about it? Was it you that hadn't seen it, Travis?
So I hadn't seen it, and Amy Robinson hadn't seen it.
That's right.
Oh, cool.
So we both watched it and then fought back tears for most of the recording of the podcast episode.
It's such a great movie, man.
Just saw the trailer for that Multiversus game where they've added Jason Voorhees and the Iron Giant and Rick and Morty. It's like, oh my god, that almost is enough to make me want to play that game.
Yeah, I mean it'll be free to play, so I might try it. I don't think I'll be very good at it, but I might try it. Where are they need a War Boy in that lineup? Pisses me off. It's all Warner Brothers, so
it's Warner Brothers, so they totally could.
Put all your WB stuff in there. It matters. Well, all right, man. That show, you should tell people about it and where to get it because it's a great little podcast.
Yeah, so that show is Wait You Haven't Seen, and easiest place to find that is actually go to tvstravis.com. I've got links to that and other shows that I do and projects that I'm working on. So
nice.
tvstravis.com is the best place.
And I hope work asks nothing more of Mick Fleetwood today while you're there. Okay? We'll see you next time. He really does look like him. We listened to the Rumors album the other day, and all I could think of was Travis on that front of that cover doing his
thing. His weird little pose. Yeah,
such a good album though.
It is.
You keep doing this thing with Film Sack. Occasionally, you'll do a birthday of somebody, and I will just obsess. So I listened to so much Billy Joel in the last 2 weeks. Unbelievable amounts.
Yeah.
Too much Billy Joel, if I'm honest.
What album would you put at the top of his list?
I think I ended up agreeing with you. I think is it The Stranger? The Stranger.
The Stranger. Yeah.
Such a great album.
First 8 tracks are all just like brilliant, well written, perfect Billy Joel.
It's almost a perfect. Well, certainly for him and what I think of when I think of him, it's like it's his perfect album. Everything else is fine. There's a couple that I don't like at all, but it's you and I share all the same opinions on this. Like Uptown Girl and what's the other one I hate? I don't like the rock. It's all rock and roll to me. I don't like that.
Oh, see, I don't mind that. I think Glass Houses is okay, but I don't like Tell Her About It. I don't like
Tell Her About It.
And for the longest time.
Yeah, don't like that.
Yeah, so it's like,
it's a real mixed bag, but I'll tell you what, The Stranger, 1977, right? Something like that, 78?
Something like that, yeah. That's
so
what I still
good.
actually do have on vinyl. It's right around the corner there in my. I'll put it up here. I haven't changed out. It's been garbage since Record Store Day, so I need to change out Shirley Manson in the bathtub. Put somebody else over here.
Yeah, although it would be tempting to keep her in the bathtub, if you know what I'm saying.
Don't worry, she'll stay in the bathtub as long as the album cover exists, but
nice.
Time to put a different one up there.
Real quick here, Saint Monkey in the chat says they play Billy Joel at Orange Theory. Okay.
Yeah, everything comes full circle, and all roads lead back to Orange Theory.
That's right.
I guess looks like TV's Travis says the current score now is Scott 3, Brian 2. So now you're up 1. I guess we were tied going into today.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, as long as he's got the real score, I would love it if we had because I'm bad at that shit. I can't remember who won what last time.
Yeah.
So
I'll forget in a month when we bring him back. What the score.
All right, so I'm only up by 1. That means it's on still, everybody.
It's still on. It would still be on even if you were only up by 2.
Damn straight. No matter what it would be, right? It'd be on if I was up by 3.
Yeah,
because we're still
going
to
do it. If you were up by 12, which you may be, if we still get these, I still keep having these brain farts. It's like, no, I'm going to need like 7 of these movies before I can get the director.
Toward the end of these things, if it's ever director or years, I do think I have an advantage in those.
You definitely have an advantage.
But anytime it's music, I'm screwed. I always get screwed on music.
Yeah.
You're always going to beat me in that. And TV, I think TV and names like that, I'm bad at that too. Movies, I don't know what my deal is. Well, there you go. There's all that. Now, quick note. Memorial Day's coming up, everybody. We all remember things, right? Remember people and the sacrifices they made for this country. And also you just go see your grandpa's grave and things like that.
Have a nice barbecue.
That's right. Barbecues and burgers, all that stuff. It's the American way. And damn it, we're going to support that holiday by taking it off. So we're not here next Monday.
That's right.
1 Earth Week minus 1 next week. We will not be here. All right?
Right, exactly. Yes.
We're here for the rest of the week, but we're not here for Memorial Day. For those sad about that, you're probably in other countries. For the rest of you, we'll see you at the barbecue. All right. That's just a quick note about programming. We got a quick outro text that cracked me up.
Cool.
This is from nobody who left a name. Hi, Scoot and Burn. Oh, he did too. It's Craig in New York. I always forget when it's at the top. I always space it. Anyway, Craig in New York says, I mowed over some ground bees this weekend. I have a question about that. We'll get to it in a minute. I ran inside, and as I'm explaining to my wife and counting stings, I yell out, "I don't like bees!"
Love it.
And now she thinks I'm insane. Love the show, though. That's great. Please use our memes in parts of your life where no one will know what the hell you're doing. Please do that. Second thing, though, what are ground bees?
I know. I just now reconciling with the fact that there are tree bees. I don't want there to be ground bees too.
Yeah.
The ground belongs to us. You guys can have the air and your beehives and stuff like that. Let us have our grounds. Okay?
Yeah, don't let us have. I don't want ground bees. I've heard of wall bees. They get in your wall. Don't want those. We got a hornet's nest. I got to decide whether I'm going to kill or not. Carter thinks I shouldn't. I think I should. But ground bees, F that noise.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at these. I got pictures of them. They have like a little hole. They burrow and stuff. Yeah, don't. No, thanks, man. They produce honey? And see, no, they are not honey producers. More reason to kill them.
So what are they? Yeah, what are they doing? What are they really doing for us?
It says
they're pollinating flowers too, right?
It says the most significant benefit of ground bees is they pollinate flowers. So you're right.
Yeah.
They're vital pollinators in spring flowers in the areas that you find them. It says they're not aggressive unless you mow them. Yep.
Damn it.
Yep. It does say if you want to get rid of them, here's what it says. Suppose you have a problem with ground bees. I do, at a very intrinsic sort of philosophical level, I have a problem with ground bees. What can you do to deter the bees from nesting in your lawn or the ground among your shrubs? There are a few natural deterrents that control methods to get rid of ground nesting bees. And this is to do it without harming the environment. When trying to eradicate bees nesting in the ground, to best avoid using chemicals or pesticides, spraying pesticides to control bugs can harm beneficial insects and humans. Additionally, pests and garden. Covering. You can cover it with a tarp, and then they'll just get the F out and go find a new place to live.
Sure, that makes sense.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Also, water grass to get rid of ground bees. They don't like water.
That's kind of what I would have expected too. Is just water the grass a lot.
Yeah.
Keep that ground nice and wet.
Also says you can do a bee trap, which there are a bunch of those online. You can learn how to build, and those are easy to trap and then take somewhere and let them go. Or sprinkle cinnamon around the nest. They don't like cinnamon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Bunch of boring bees. Jeez. Who doesn't like cinnamon? I love cinnamon.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's that.
I like cinnamon. Makes them sneeze.
That's right.
It's the bees sneeze.
If you guys if you have any thoughts or follow-ups to how bees work and how we can deal with them in our lives, please send us a text, 801-471-0462, or email us, themorningstream@gmail.com. Links to those things and everything else we got going here are at frogpants.com/TMS. The only thing missing today is an outro song request from Brian Ibbett. Brian, what do we got?
Well, I've got something for you. This one is for Zach, a.k.a. Popgun in Discord. He says, only take this request if there's no birthdays. Well, there's no birthday today. But if you do, on this day around this time, I will be in an interview to move from one of the biggest tech companies in the world, Google, to a small hometown electrical company to start my career as a project manager. Love everything you guys do. P.S. When is ANTP coming back? Well, we've been having discussions, both Hammond and me and Bobby and me, and I've got some ideas that I need to kind of get laid out on paper and figure out the trajectory of the season. But I'm thinking the way I want to do it is a non-elimination season that just is based on points, and so that way everybody for the entire season gets to play and participate in every challenge, and there'll still be a winner at the end, but they won't get the axe. And Monica, don't worry. As soon as it becomes ready for the level of having discussions about it, then you'll be involved in that too.
Of course. Yep, that's great.
But I needed editing talk because that is the biggest part of ANTP is the editing. So that one we need to do. Anyway, so that's when ANTP is coming back. So soon, trademark. Anyway, Zach, starting a small hometown electrical company. Let's talk about electricity, and let's play a song about electricity. One of my favorite songs that has to do with that and is not does not take us down to Electric Avenue is a song called Electricity. It's by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, or OMD if you prefer, and has one of the most killer riffs of the 80s. NoFX agrees, and they covered it on the 1999 compilation Before You Were Punk Volume 2. Here's NoFX and Electricity.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Remember me?
Yes. I do remember you.